Welcome back, friends and fellow mechanics, to Car Mechanic Simulator 2021, in episode 15. If you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you will see we have leveled up since the last episode, and are nearing a second level up. And that would be because for the last hour, I have been running through this junkyard, searching the junk piles, looking for parts for that car that we had purchased in a prior episode, or searching for the car that we are going to be replacing the body panels on. And though I did find one of the cars that we will be replacing the body panels on, it was a little too expensive, in my opinion, for what they wanted. So then I came across this gem right here, which is a BMW 850 Ci from 1995. It is a car mod, but it also could have been a DLC car. The junkyard wants $6,600 for it, and I think we're going to purchase it because it has a V12 motor in it, and it will bring us more money than that base game car would have, though I do still have that car. So let's go ahead and purchase that, and we're going to go ahead and send it to the garage. And then I will show you the car that I found and how much they want for it. And that would be this one right here. It is the Ribson Starline, aka Nissan Skyline. And they want 15 grand for it. Now, yes, it does have a lot of its body panels. It's got an interior seat. It's got a nice rear wing on it, and all 4 tires. But for 15 grand, it's not worth it. So with that being said, I will show you what I picked up. And as you can see, it's not a lot. So with this list of parts, this body panel right here, being at 99%, should bring a premium price. So we are going to write our total right down right now that we have of $16,255. And we are going to see what we make off of the body panels, the V8 engine block, as well as this Hemi exhaust section. And I did pick up this 16-inch rim, even though it's only at 10%. Because that BMW is missing a rim. So, let's go ahead and return to the garage. And we're going to be paying a total of $4,266 in parts. So that'll leave us with 12,000, 11,989. We're going to go ahead and buy the parts. I'll see you back at the garage. And so we are back. Here's our new purchase. Yes, it is missing some panels, but not near as many as the other. Let's go to our inventory. Come over here to the engine stuff. We are going to sell this block for $152. Puts us back over 12,000. And we're going to come to exhaust. We're going to sell this 84% Hemi front exhaust section. And we're going to sell this Wyra rear exhaust section. Then we'll come here to panels. And we're going to sell everything up to the Skyline hood. So we're at 12,306 at the moment. That one body panel is going to net us $1,500. So, when all was said and done, we have already made a profit off the parts. Just the body panels and those two engine pieces of almost $600. Now with this BMW, I could sell it now as is for $1,300. Whereas this one over here, if I were to sell it as it sat right now, we would only make $600. So let's go in. Let's use our points. We have 5. So let's move a little faster. And we'll use our 3rd. And we'll work on getting our renovator skill up, even though we don't have the garage expansion just yet. And at the end of the last episode, we were about to work on this, which was gearbox, brakes, and a fluid change. Now we've already drained the power steering and the coolant. So let's go ahead and fill these. And there's part of our problem with the brakes. So we'll go ahead and pull these two pieces off. And we'll hop over here into electronics. And we'll switch these two parts out real quick. Go back to disassemble. And we have to get the starter from underneath, which is fine by me. So we'll get the Aston Martin up in the air. So we need a pressure plate. Which is this piece right here. Buy that. And we'll set our menu on to brakes. And as we take a look, those brakes are good. So we'll go ahead and, if I can get the camera in the right angle, get this transmission pulled out. With that BMW, our goal is going to be the same thing. Simply to get it running and complete so that we can make a good profit off the car. Though, truth be told, the $1,300 profit as it sits is not a bad thing. Now, as we get that finished up, so we are going to need a brake caliper. So we will hop in here and buy a caliper. And I'm going to take a guess and say the other two parts we need are either going to be brake pads motors. Well, those look good. So it's going to be another caliper and a set of pads. Now, what percentage? 84%. So nothing we have in our inventory right now would help us with this repair. And with that being said, this Aston Martin is done. And we shall move it outside. This job is going to pay us 3,250 credits. So now we got another exhaust, gearbox, and body. We want quick jobs, so we'll take this GTR for the exhaust. Nice white one. Then let's hop into our body shop. And because we have one of these at the shop at the moment, we are able to come directly in and purchase the panel we need. What I am going to do while we are out here, because I did purchase a steering wheel from the junkyard, and I did purchase 2 seats, we are going to add them. Yes, they don't match. Yes, they're not in very good condition. But now our profit on this car is up to $1,500. So our next goal is to see what this van needs. And this is going to be a lengthy repair. Well, let's see if we can't take it to the test track and at least figure out some of the issues before, well, no, let's do our usual tests. I will be back with you as soon as the tests are done. Okay, so the tests are done to the best of my abilities at the moment. Due to a bad starter, a bad alternator, I'm going to assume this bad head cover and exhaust manifold. It would not let me do the fuel pressure test. Oh, this fan is bad. That pulley is bad. That water pump is bad. Yeah, this thing is in rough condition. So it's going to be a bit before we can actually run it. On the test track to find everything that needs to be done. With the coolant drained, what's the percentage this thing requires? 58%. Now I'm pretty sure I don't have a or an ABS pump at that level, but we will check. No, we do not. So let's get these list of parts real quick. We'll grab another pump. We'll grab a head cover, an exhaust manifold, we will get these parts changed out. And then hopefully we will be able to run it. We're going to need this part too. Oh, we're going to need a couple of rockers as well. Okay, so those two look good. We'll go ahead and buy the new exhaust section and the two rockers. Now we'll switch back to disassemble mode. And need this belt. And we might as well get the rest of the timing stuff done, as that is part of this task. Oh, the oil pan's gonna need to be changed out as well. And crankshaft is not looking healthy. I have a feeling this one is going to take a little longer than anticipated. So what we are going to do is we are just going to tear this motor down. Yeah, because that camshaft doesn't look good either. Alright, so this is going to be even more expensive than I thought, or even more time consuming. So this will be a longer video. And because of the location of this distributor cap, it is going to have to come out. That rotor was no good, so we'll add that to our list. And we're going to need a couple of push rods. Oh, the joys and uncertainties of a vehicle when you're not playing on easy mode. If I was on easy mode, this thing would have told me everything I needed before we even started looking at the car. But on the plus side, we will end up leveling up again. And that piston looks bad. So yeah. It's a good, well, we got a bad spark plug over here too. Bad oil filter. We're probably looking at changing out this head as well. One, two, three. 3 more rocker arms. And we just leveled up again. So let's count. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 6 push rods. And 3 more rocker arms. We're going to need at least 1 piston. Go ahead and pop this exhaust section out. Take off the oil pan. And this crank is definitely finished. So our first full engine build or rebuild of the series came in episode 15. Another bad crank bearing. Oh yeah, most definitely a bad piston. But unfortunately, Unfortunately, I can't even reuse that in the yellow car because it's not just a generic piston. Okay, now we need to let the van back down. We can pull the crankshaft, or the camshaft, and yes, it needed to be replaced. As did that piston. Okay, and up we go one more time. Once we have the garage expansion and the lift, or what's called the cherry picker, we'll be able to do this basically in one go as a teardown of the motor. I will see you all when I have the parts. Okay, we are back and I have the parts. Let's get along with putting the engine back together. Now what I will do, so we don't have to go up and down quite so much, is I will get as much of the bottom end put together as I can, and then we will go up and put as much as we can together up there. But essentially what will happen is now that all of that is done, we will have to put this van back in the air one more time, and we will have to bring it down one more time, because now I can put pistons in, and then that'll allow me to put the heads on, and then I can build out the top of the motor. Huh? There we go. Once the top of the motor is built out, we put it back up in the air and we build the rest of the bottom of the motor. Nope, we don't want that part in there. Okay, so that's one side done. So now we will just have to make sure that we remember that we need to fill this not only with washer fluid, but with coolant and oil as well. Good thing about a job as extensive as this, my friends, is that it pays out big time. In the real world, a job like this would cost you, on a rough estimate, somewhere in the $4,000 to $7,000 range. In a lot of ways, it would just be cheaper to buy a new motor. Oop. Okay, I gotta get air somewhat. I can work with that. Okay, now let's double check. We still got brake problems to deal with. So let's go ahead and check these brakes while we got this up in the air. Those pads look good. We're going to need a rear rotor. Okay. And we're going to need a caliper. Need another caliper and a set of brake pads. Okay, so brakes are done. All that is left to do on this fan is fill the fluids. So let's just double check. Coolant and washer fluid. Our coolant goes right in here. That would be our washer fluid. And last but not least, our oil. Because a motor has to have oil in order to run. And with that, everything on this van is complete. Let's get it moved outside. And for all that work, we earned 10,947 credits, putting us up to 25,000 credits. More than we started the episode with. So let's go back to body. And let's pick up the next piece. So we're still looking at 10 pieces that we need just in body work. So we got timing, suspension. Let's take this S2000 real quick. It's simply either going to be a fluid change or top off. And isn't that nice? If you guys are familiar with the Fast and the Furious, this would be the Johnny Tran version of the Honda S2000. We need to refill brake, coolant, power steering, and washer fluid. We're not going to do the checks on this one simply because I just want to get this one knocked out. And we have already leveled up twice this episode. there's the washer hidden way back here. Okay. Let's send this Honda on its way for $105. We haven't. That's a base game car. Yeah, we'll pop the Ford Mustang in here real quick. Oh, she's seen better days. But with that, friends, we will buy our next part for the car, and we will call that an episode. In the next one, we'll be working on this R35, which is going to be brakes, exhaust, gearbox, and fluids. I hope you liked the episode. I hope you liked the extended episode. And if you did, please hit that like button. Leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And share these videos as it helps my small channel out. Thank you all very much. And I hope you have a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you.